networking. In this video, we are going to see about the network protocols. So, what are the topics we are going to cover? Is like first we will see what is protocol, then what is the use and what is the purpose we are having the ports. Then finally, we will see the port numbers and the abbreviation meaning. So first we will see what is protocol. So protocol is a set of rule or set of guidelines to exchange the information into the proper way for the two different computer or two different nodes, we can say. Let's say, see, somebody should have the command, right? So the proper information, if there only, we can send the information successfully, like from send to receiver, right? So protocol is a set of rule. So in that rule, what it will be happen by this rule, that the information will be sent to sender and receiver using the transmission media. Coming to the what is port. So port is not a physical connection. Actually, this is like a logical connection between the two nodes or two computers, we can say. Okay, some ports are specifically defined and associated with the specific types. Let's say, here if you take the example here, STP port number 25, telnet port number 23, and TFTP port number 67, right? And we have well-known port number, like it will be go from 0 to 102. Okay, so generally if you see for HTTP, the port number is 80 and HTTPS port number is 443. Okay, so we'll see what is a port number. So port number is a it's a like a what do you say, it's like a logical connection. Okay, so if I'm sending information from 10.1.1.1, okay, so if we are using any connection, like if you're using any SMTP connection, if you're using any FTP connection, or if it is a something like HTTPS connection, what it will be happen is like, so after this one, right? Okay, it will be add, I'm just giving for HTTP. Okay, so after adding, it will be add 80. Okay, so this information will pass to here. Okay, and to will reach to this device. So that once it is sending this information to this device, if it is HTTP connection, after the IP address, it will be add 80. Okay, so that the system will recognize this is port number 80. Then this traffic is like HTTPS traffic, sorry, HTTP traffic. Okay, so if you see the firewall, okay, so in firewall, how do we block, or how we can deny or allow the request from using this port number? In firewall, we have such rules policy. We can deny if any 80 port number 80, if any traffic is coming, okay, we are making deny. Okay, so if we are making deny, what happen? So whatever we are trying to raise the request for HTTP, okay, so all traffic will be blocked because the port number it is 80, right? So instead of giving blocking HTTP, we can block the port number. If you block the port number, it will refer, it's like a HTTP, then obviously the HTTP, it will be blocked. Okay, so coming to the port abbreviation, so I'm just take some measure of the protocol which is more familiar and which we are using generally. So I will just explain one by one protocol, then I will show you into the demo, so we will get some clear idea. So FTP, so first we will see FTP. So FTP stands for file transfer protocol. This port number, generally we have two port numbers like 20 and 21, and this is the TCP connection. TCP connection in the sense like this is reliable, and UDP connection is not reliable, because TCP connection will have some three-way handshaking. Okay, like request acknowledgement something is there, but UDP connection we don't have any such three-way handshaking such a thing. But TCP connection, the little bit slow. UDP connection is little bit fast. If you are watching any live stream videos like YouTube something, right? So the connection will be the UDP. Okay, but if you are accessing anything like Google or Gmail, something like any internet banking, those things, it will be the TCP connection. Okay, so what is the purpose of FTP is like, see, if you're downloading any file from some website, right? So from this website we will downloading the file using the FTP. So FTP, or if you want to transfer the file from one device to other devices, right? So how we can transfer the file is like we can copy the file and we can paste it to the FTP server. From there we can copy the file to the other devices. This is FTP. I will show you into the real time. Will show you the FTP port number 2021 into the real. So what I did, actually I have opened the Cisco packet tracer, okay, and I have just made this as a FTP server. From this server to router, I'm just copying some file, and while I'm doing the copying file, I'm just made the simulation. If you open this one, the packet, the source port number is 20 and the destination port number is 1028. So source port number is 20. The reason is like I'm copying the file from FTP. So if you see the FTP port number, it's like 20 and 21, right? So now it is 21. Now coming to this one, now I will tell you for SSH and Telnet. Okay, so SSH is the secure shell abbreviation and the port number is 22, and this is TCP and UDP protocol. Telnet port number 23, it is TCP protocol. What is Telnet and the SSH is? SSH and Telnet is there one of the protocol to access the device from the remotely. Okay, so if a difference for SSH is like SSH is the encrypted one, like whatever we are trying to access the device, it would be like secure, and the data communication will be secure data communication. So whatever we are trying to enter the username password, that will be encrypted. But if you go for the telnet, it is like non-encrypted one. So it is like whatever we are giving the username password, that will be come as the plain text. I will show you into the demo. So what I did, I just opened the putty. Okay. So if I open the putty, we have two options like SSH. If you see by default, the SSH port number is 22. Okay. And this is the one of the protocol to access the device. Let's say I'm just 192.168.1.1 is my router IP address. If I open, okay. So I'm sorry. 192.168.1.1. Yeah, it's opening, right? So then if I give the username password, I can log into the router. Okay, this is one for FTP, sorry, SSH. Now I will show you for the telnet. Okay, if you open for telnet, if you see click other option, we have option for something. If you click telnet, okay, then if you try to give the IP address, same the IP address 192.168.1.1, the port number we need to no need to change. Reason, see, the telnet port number 23, it is coming automatically if you select. Okay, if you select SSS, see the port number will be 22 by default, it will be come. Okay, coming to the SMTP. SMTP is a like simple mail transfer protocol. This is using for the mail purpose. See, if you are sending any email, right? So in Outlook, this protocol will help you to send the email. But if you coming for the DNS, DNS is like a domain name system. This port number is 53, and this is TCP and a UDP protocol. DNS is like see, whenever we are trying to access something Google, we can try to access from the IP address or the name, right? Let's say I will just show you for the demo. So what I'm doing, I'm just going to type www.google.com. Okay, so we'll get one IP address. If you see, we'll get one IP address. Okay, that even if you're trying to access with this IP address also, we can able to access the Google, or we can access some other way. If you see, I'm just trying to access with the same IP address. So what is the IP address? 142.250.195.36. Okay, we need to give HTTPS in the front. Okay, and colon. Sorry, I'm sorry, it's my mistake. See, see, same page it is coming, right? So what does that means? Like it will be replicate with the domain name, host name to the IP address, because system will knows only IP address, right? System will not knowing the host name. So host name or URL we can say is a URL. So URL is like google.com, but the system typically they know only the IP address. So the DNS server will convert from host name to IP address to host name. So we will say as like NF lookup. If you do the NS lookup for this IP address, we'll get the Google IP. If you see 192, sorry, 148.250.195.36, give hit enter. It will be give the IP address. This is the server of the this one Google server IP address. Okay. If you do NS lookup for this one, we will get same IP address. NS lookup www.google.com. See, IP address is coming same, right? 192.142.250.195.36. This is DNS. TFTP is like a same way. If the FTP is the same to using or to copying the file, okay. But what is the difference for TFTP and a TCP? Sorry, TFTP and a FTP is like this is TCP protocol. Three-way handshaking will be happen, okay, and this protocol will be copy little bit slow. But if you use for the TFTP, the copying protocol is UDP, right? So it will be very fast, and we can the three-way handshaking will not be happen. But if you look for the protocol wise, okay, I just made the same setup for the FTP. So same I did for the this one made it, and this is I made it as TFTP server. If you see here, the destination port number is 69. So 69, this the port number is 69, and this is for the http everyone we knows, right? So this is like a this one, what do you say, if you're trying opening in the Google, we will try always using with the http and https, right? So I will show you how to verify this one into the real time for http and https. If you come for the DHCP is the dynamic host configuration protocol, and this is for port number is 67 and 68. This is why we have two port number is like one is for the client, another one is for the server, and this is for the UDP protocol. So DHCP, what is the DHCP means like it will be if we have 10 IP address, the 10 IP address we are assigning manually, it is like bit difficult, right? Instead of that, we can create one router or one switch, or we can force something DHCP server. So we can create some IP address of the pool into the router. So what happened once we done the configuration of DHCP, so the IP address will assign to the system using DORA process, discover, offer, request, acknowledgement. We have some DORA process. From this process, the IP address will get assigned. NTP is the network time protocol. The port number is 123. NTP is like a same. See, we have 10 router or 10 switches. Just imagine, and each router we cannot manage the time, right? So we have to manage the time from centralized something. So what we can do, we can make a NTP server. Even if you see here in Cisco packet tracer also, we have that option. I will just show you. So if you make say if this is a NTP server, so what happens if NTP server, we can make the time which time we want to uh, manage the all the router something. We can keep this as a time for centralized of all the router. If you make this as a NTP server, what happen, the all the router will sync with the NTP, and it will get happen. Coming to the SNMP, SNMP is like a simple network management protocol. Okay, this port number is 161 and 162. SNMP is like to taking the remote from the virtually. So if you are taking something virtually, the SNMP protocol will help. HTTPS, everyone knows, right? We are trying something on the Google. That HTTPS will work. Okay, ARP is the resolution protocol. See, if you see for the switching, okay, so MAC address we will use for the MAC address into the switching. Okay, means the IP address learn will be by router, MAC address will learn by the switches. But we need to use this MAC address and IP address resolution, right? So ARP will the one of the one will help us to raise it. Now how to verify the port, okay, whether this port is enabled or not, okay, that we can easily verify. So how to verify is like, see, telnet. Okay, let's say example for 142.250 dot, if we have some server, okay, that server port number is enabled or not, if you want to verify, we can verify very easily. Just type that IP address. Now see what is the this is Google, right? So Google is 443 because this is HTTPS, right? Once you hit enter, if it's getting this replay, then the port number is enabled. Okay, if you try with the same if you try with some other IP, it won't work, because let's see, I'm just typing with www.google.com. Okay, I'm getting the IP address. I'm just trying with the telnet. I'm trying to type this IP address 142.250.195.68. Then I'm just giving some random port number for 29. If you give here, see, it will not open. The reason is this is Google and this is HTTPS, right? So only port number 80 or 443 will be work. Okay, so same way we can verify for the all the routers or all the device using this one shortcut method. Okay, and if you want, I will just show you one more thing for you. My router IP address is this one, right? So telnet 192.168.1.1. Okay, it will open. The reason is that is FTP, right? So 21 will be open here. Okay, so in this video we have seen the port numbers and the protocol and the explanation. Please like the video. If you have any doubt regarding this topic, please write it into the comments. Thank you.